Hello and welcome to this After Effects certification preparation series of videos. I'm Luisa Winters. In this video, we're going to cover Objective 1.3b, which is identify when and how to obtain permissions to use images, audio, or footage. I'm not going to read the slide because you can do that all by yourself. And if you have not downloaded the exercise files, the link is in the description of this video. So please go ahead and do that because all of these slides and all of this material is actually included in the exercise files. All right, let's get to it. Model release. A model release is known in similar contexts as a liability waiver. In other words, it is something that the subject itself signs and gives permission to use their likeness, image, etc., etc. Location permitting. So a location permitting is when you need permission to film, photograph, etc., anywhere from the landowner, an individual, the government. For example, I live very close to Washington, D.C., and I need location permitting to shoot photography, for example, at the mall or anything that is owned by the National Park Service. Then we have property release. This is different than a location permitting. So a property release is a legal agreement between you and the property owner, and it gives you permission to use the image of that property. Rights and permissions. Rights and permissions is one of the most critical steps in publishing, whether it's print or digital. So the permission needs to be sought from the rights holder to reproduce any substantial part of a copyrighted work and avoid legal penalties. Then we continue with licensing. So what is licensing? Well, a license is an agreement through which a licensee leases the rights to a legally protected piece of intellectual property from a licensor. It's like if you take a really good picture, you license whomever needs it to use it in print, web for a limited time or unlimited for a certain amount of copies or whatever the license agreement is. So the key concepts here are permission to use an image is separate from permission to use a person's face or a restricted location, etc. Again, I want to end this whole video by saying I am not an intellectual properties lawyer. I am not giving you advice. All I'm doing is providing you definitions of some key terms here so that if you are asked any of these questions on the After Effects certification test, then you will be able to answer these properly. All right, this brings us to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one.